Hello and welcome to Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and today we're going to do something a little different because I don't normally do a lot of haul videos, but my daughters, today that we're filming this is May 8th. So my daughters just came back from our girls' getaway weekend up in Kananaskis country, Alberta. It was beautiful, but we did hit some quilt shops, of course. We have to go quilt shopping, quilt stores shopping, and I want to give these three companies a shout out for the beautiful things I was able to get. Plus, I want to give you a new YouTuber that I found, and her name is Dianne Garner. Now, I'm going to put her link in the show notes below, as well as the links for these three companies that we went shopping for. So, this is just going to be so much fun. But the first, okay, we also have the Zoom Sew Date and the Facebook group. That was the other thing. I'm excited to show you what I bought. So the Zoom Sew Dates are what we do on Zoom, and we do a monthly meeting, and everyone is invited. All the viewers here are invited, and you don't have to be part of a Facebook group, and you don't have to be working on something I've shown you. You can be doing your own thing and being inspired that way. The other is the Facebook group, and that hosts pictures and shares and information, and people ask questions and they get other responses from other people. And we're also making use of the rooms in Facebook so that we have basically a 24/7 sew date. So what you do is once you join that room, you tell people in the messenger that you are in the room, and somebody will try and come join you if they're free. So let's get this started with the amazing thread I got from Maple Leaf Quilting Company. Oh my, this is in Cochrane, Alberta, and they have a mail order business, so they're also online. So I'll try and link their show notes. So first thing I bought was something to do with machine maintenance. That's right, Zoom sewing machine oil. Now this is what I hit these sewing machines with, like just a drop in each of the holes here, like after every sewing day. So I keep my the machine lubricated and cleaned as best I can on a daily basis. Now this is really important especially if you're working with a vintage machine. If you're doing a newer machine, go to your instruction manual, find out what you have to do, because this is important for these vintage ones. Now, the next piece is I picked up, let's see, I picked up some glide thread. Now, I do have a long arm, and I decided, okay, I wanted to pick up some pretty colors. So this is a lovely variegated pink, and it is called Baby Shower. So it's got blues and pinks and purples and just soft tones. It'll be perfect for any quilt for a little girl. Now this one is Glide, and this one is called Mercury. So this is kind of a bluey gray tone, very like what I would call a light gray with a hint of blue in the background. Just lovely to work with. And this one is called Magic Mint, and this is a beautiful pale green color that you can work. They're kind of more to the pastel colors, but these were all just gorgeous. And I thought, let's see. No, it doesn't say. It does not say, but they were all polyesters, and that's pretty much, that's a good way to, try your polyesters on your long arm or when you're doing free motion quilting. They don't have the lint involved with cotton that cotton thread has. So, I mean, that's probably the biggest reason why people in the long arming business want to use polyester. Now, I did buy some King Tut 100% cotton thread, and this one, I can't remember what the name of it was. Oh, let's see. Nope, I can't. Oh, Asher Blue. And this is a product that's made in Japan, and it's long fibers. This is not a big lint fluffy, it's not a fluffy thread, where you're constantly picking out lint out of your sewing machine. So this one, I enjoy using this one or Aurifil for free motion quilting. And the last purchase I made, I got 4 beautiful, is a brush. A cleaning brush. So this brush will help me clean out the lint bits that get, because it's a plastic brush. And this is also really good. This is kind of like a baby brush, a bottle brush thing. And this is really good on the feed dogs. So this is what mine looks like. after, you know, several years, and it's not a really nice color anymore. So I've been trying to wash it and keep it clean, but I was hoping to find another brush, and I did. And that was all purchased, all of this was purchased at the Maple Leaf Quilt Company in Cochrane, Alberta. And like I said, I'm going to have the show notes below with their website, so you can go check them out. They are a long arming company, so they have amazing thread, like just amazing thread. So, and let's get to the next one. Okay. You're like, I bought fabric. Okay, so I bought fabric, and I bought this at Addie's Creative Fabrics in Cochrane, Alberta, because there's 2 quilt stores there, or quilting stores, and I just loved this woman's, like when you walk into a store, sometimes you feel like you're home. Yeah, this is just gorgeous. So I decided I was going to go look for bundles here, because she had lots of beautiful bundles. She also had beautiful yardage as well. But I picked up this one from Maywood Studios, and this one, it doesn't give a designer, but there's 26 fat quarters in there. And I just thought, oh, such lovely. And a lot of them are tone on tones, right? Like, so the one here at the back is a dark blue with a cobalt blue. And then there's other shades of blue, right? So I thought, well, those would be really good in my stash to kind of even out that those colors. And I love the purples and the pinks and the red, orange, yellow, teal-y, green, bluey things. I just love this. And there's enough light colors in here too that add to my low volume. So I have some good variety that's not floral, because that was something that was getting overrun with, was the floral. So you need to kind of think, okay, what do I have? What have I got? What have I got? And this is, you know, kind of where you have to, okay, like, let's fill in the holes. The other thing, I don't have a lot of kid print. So I bought, by Moda, Stomp Stomp Roar. Now, I don't know when this particular package came out, but it's got the cutest dinosaurs and all the dinosaur related stuff. And it's blue, green, orange, and then the neutral. So this was just a cute little bundle. And I believe it was, I can't see. Doesn't say. It doesn't say how many fat quarters are in here. Oh, 20 fat quarters, which I thought was pretty good. Now, I cannot read. Oh, Stacy Tess. Stacy Tess. This is the designer of this. This is such a cute bundle of fun kid prints that are great to put into charity quilts, because, you know, if you're making a twin quilt, chances are it's going to go to a child. And if you sprinkle little fun things in there and not overwhelm it, they can take that quilt to university with them. So this is what I bought there at Addie's Creative Fabrics. And like I said, she has an online business as well, and I'm going to put her link there in the show notes. Okay. And then the last one. I have been wanting to go to this store in Canmore forever and ever. And it is the Sugar Pine Company. The Sugar Pine Company in Canmore, Alberta. And I've wanted to go there forever and ever. So when I bought, they had a mottled bundle of all, like the whole rainbow here, that's just lovely. And it's got some grays and some blacks, and it's also got, we're missing the true low volumes, but I do have some great yellows and oranges and reds, pinks, purples, blue, green, a couple of teals, but they're kind of a mottled, speckly look, and I thought, now this is just perfect. And we were in such a pretty, Canmore is such a pretty town too, right? So if you guys get the opportunity to come to Alberta and come visit, this is where you should go. This is one of these places that was just like, oh, there's so many cute things, I don't know what I can do. Anyways, the store is upstairs, but there's a wool shop and embroidery and everything crafting that's part of her shop as well. But all the quilting is upstairs, and it's just phenomenal. Now, she also had panels on sale, and I don't normally buy panels, but because when we're filming this on March 8th or May 8th, we're in the middle of our orphan block challenge. So I thought, ooh, this would be so much fun to dress the orphan block quilts up with a few fun little, you know, bird panel, like, you know, like your Canada Goose and your Roadrunner, and, you know, there's a turkey here, you know, and then, what is this? A Roadrunner? I don't know. Oh, Pelican. Pelican is here. Now on the other side, there's 8 different birds. So you have the, let's see, a pheasant, a little penguin, another pheasant here. Oh, this is a quail. This is a quail. And I forget what this one is. This one might be a woodpecker. But they're all bright, vibrant colors, so I can add them in just as a random feature block into my orphan block quilt. So I thought, oh, for $10 Canadian, I'm buying it. I also, when I go, I'm going to just move this out of the way. I complain about never having enough plaids, stripes, and checks. For some reason, and I did it again, I bought 3 bundles of fabric and not one plaid, stripe, or check in the whole group. And I'm like, well, this is something that you need to kind of have. Oh, okay, so what I did was I bought a bunch of plaids, and oh, I'll get them all out. First I'll get them out, because I just went through the store and that's all I picked up was the plaid, stripes, check. And I thought, okay, this would work. You know, in that way too. I also hit her sale bid. Of course I hit her sale bid. Okay, so I decided I'm going to pick up some fat quarters and fat eighths of checks, really cute gingham checks that are just printed. Beautiful flannel, or like, not a flannel, it's kind of a, it gives you the idea of a man's shirt in orange and grays, and I thought, okay. Now this is a really cool stripe. When you take this off, you have a larger scale stripe and then smaller stripes, and that's a perfect little motif to play with in your quilts. A low volume plaids are also important to add. And I got, like I say, I got some fat eighths that were just stripes, you know, so this one kind of goes brown green and this one's yellow grays. And now these are both fat eighths and they're both in grayscale, but this one kind of reads at a distance as a check and this one at a distance as a stripe, but they're not true stripes and they're not true checks, but I thought that will add some more linear features to the quilt. Now I also picked up a teal gray, which was kind of neat to find, and then a yellow stripe, another plaid or gingham blue, and this one I thought was so cool. This one's trees, and I thought, look, that's a perfect stripe. It's kind of a modern take on a stripe, but not really. It's a stripe, but not really a stripe. Now this one is again a brown gingham, a brown plaid, it's so cute, and a blue plaid, which is adorable. This blues and blacks and whites and whatnot. And then this one goes from really dark to really light, so it kind of is a cool, it's kind of a cool stripe thing going on. I thought it was kind of neat. This one's not truly a stripe, but it will read as a stripe because it's got little dots or snowflake star kind of things going on. And a multicolored low volume plaid. Now the other things I picked up, this is not a check and it's not a plaid and it's not a stripe, but it reads linear. So it's basically a graphic print of rectangles outlined in a darker tone. So basically it's a low volume with tone on tones of that pale beige and then a slightly darker beige, but in that slightly darker beige is very linear. So you're going to get better close up when we take the picture here. And this one is not, it also reads linear, but it's purple and it's got white lines on it. So it will create the illusion of a plaid or something. It'll give the more, because that's when you're buying your plaids and your stripes, you're looking for linear elements, right? So that's what I picked up in plaids and stripes. I'll just have to move this because I picked up lots there. She also had a big sale bin, which I just swooned over, and even my daughter helped me pick out some of these. I had a beautiful red whimsical fat quarter and a tone-on-tone orange, which I thought would be really lots of fun. Another tone-on-tone orange, because you just simply can't have enough orange. And this has got kind of like trucks and basically traffic, little digging machines, you know, that kind of like tampers and stuff like that you see on highway construction. A fun polka dot in pink, yes, you have to have those. And this is the baby Batman and Robin fabric that is just so cute. I couldn't leave it in the store. It was wonderful. And then we have the ones with the Eiffel Towers and the Eiffel Tower and the clock tower in London. And, you know, I thought, okay, there's a few things here that are just too cute. Basically, it's like a little bus tour of Europe. This is just little puppies, and I thought this was so cute. And I had picked up two different purples. One is more a wild geographic, or well, it's a larger scale graphic, but it all reads purples. And it has got like gold embossing in between the lines. It's just beautiful. And I did pick up some Japanese fabric with little Japanese ladies on them. I'm hoping you can see this. They're pretty small on my screen there. But they're just something different to throw into a quilt when you're doing this. Now, and I did end up with another bundle. I forgot about this bundle because this is another one. Basically, it's tone on tones. It's non-floral. It's leaves, right? It's botanicals, but it's not florals. And I thought, ooh, this is so nice. There's a couple of florals in here, but it mostly reads tone on tone, and you don't really notice the florals. You notice more the colors, which is like amazing colors. I don't know if you're hoping you're getting a good read on what these colors look like. And they even gave me a handful of scraps. Oops, I dropped one. That's okay. They gave me a handful of scraps, and I believe they're all cut to a certain size. And it's just a fun collection of greens and peaches and yellows, and it's going to be fun to do something with this. They also gave me a pattern for a table runner. So I thought, okay, that's going to be kind of cute to play around with and see what I can do. So that was the Sugar Pine Company in Canmore, and I will put a link in our show notes below. I hope this, I don't do many hauls now. I normally do a lot of donations, or I, you know, take stuff from the guilds or whatever if they're looking for help in making quilts, or, you know, I have friends that go get new stuff, so I'm very blessed and fortunate that way. But I thought, I need to buy something new to inspire myself. Anyways, I hope you have an absolutely wonderful week ahead and everything goes right for you. And when you get the chance, check out these three companies we're putting that in the show notes below. And do try and check out Dianne Garner, because her YouTube channel's there. So you guys, until we meet again, you take care. All right, bye. My husband and I would love to thank you for all of the amazing people that we have met along this crazy YouTube adventure that we've been having. We do free speaking engagements too, so if you're part of a guild and they're looking for, you know, people to talk and, you know, and chat with, you know, in their monthly meetings, tell them that I'm doing free ones just to help the guilds out, because it's been a tough time for the guilds as well. You know, share, like, and subscribe with your friends. You know, make sure that they're, you know, they get the word out on us. That's the best way you can do to help us out. So until we meet again, I want to thank you. Okay, goodbye.